Hey guys, Darkovika here, and we have a vlog today. Another one of them tags, right? So that means, of course, after I answer the questions, you guys get to look in the description and you can see the questions there and answer the questions below. I got this from a Tumblr blog called like YouTube, theyoutubetags.tumblr.com. She said she didn't make this tag, so I have no idea who to credit. All right, this tag is called My Life in 20 Questions. All right, so the first question, what's your favorite color? My favorite color, it changes. I like red, but I also like purple. So it kind of jumps back and forth. Obviously, I also like blue. Go figure. My favorite number is 4, which is awkward because in Japanese culture, and I think Chinese culture too, 4 means death. And I've heard, and I don't know the reliability of this, so don't quote me on this, but I've heard that they actually will not have addresses with the number 4 in it because 4 is considered to be death. Awkward. I actually grew up in Northridge, California, and for those of you that don't know, in 1994 was the massive earthquake in Northridge, and I was 3 in 1994, probably 2 or 3 because I was born in 1991. So I have a horrific phobia of earthquakes because it was just very traumatic. And we got locked inside the house while it was happening. So all these tremors kept happening, and we had this old school door lock where you actually had to have a key if you wanted to get in or out of the door. Like, it didn't have a manual lock. You had to unlock it and lock it with a key. No other way. So we didn't have the key. We were trapped inside the house. We had a pool that was completely drained. There was china and knives and glass everywhere. I vaguely remember it because it was so traumatic. I do remember this though because it haunted my nightmares for like ever. We walked outside the house and it was, all of Northridge was on fire. So like by the time we made it out, it was pitch black outside. We looked towards the city and it was in flames. And to a 3-year-old, like, that city was my world. That was the world. That was Earth right there. Planet Earth was on fire. Planet Earth was dying. So I mean, my mother tells me that I went mute for 3 months. So there you go. That's where I grew up. In Northridge. Bam. My dream career is probably a mix right now between being a video game programmer and a YouTuber, obviously. It's not a career currently. It may as well be with the amount of hours that I put into it. Not complaining. Definitely my favorite thing in my life right now is recording for YouTube. But yeah, those are my 2 dream jobs right now. This question's a bit funny. Where do you see yourself living when you're on your own, or whatever it was? I am technically living on my own right now, so I live with my boyfriend, and currently I am the happiest I've ever been in my life, so I see myself living here. My favorite place to travel right now has been to Ireland and Scotland and Wales and England. And I say all 4 of those because it was all part of one trip. I went abroad when I was like 19 or 20, and it was the most amazing decision of my life. I had so much fun. I made so many friends, especially in Scotland. I went into a games workshop and just made friends with like everyone there. A bunch of the people on the trip went to go smoke at a hookah bar, and I have asthma, so I can't go into hookah bars. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just go over here. And I went into a games workshop, and they pulled up some chairs. I guess it was near closing time or something. And we all just totally hung out. It was really cool. And I made a load of friends, and I still have them on Facebook too. It's so cool. Free time. Right. I have free time. That's funny. I do not have free time. Whenever I do find myself with free time, it's probably in like the hour or so before I have to go to sleep, and I've done homework and I've done recording and editing for YouTube. And so I just kind of sit there, and then I'm like, well, I guess I'll play a game, and I'll probably go play, probably play like Skyrim or something, or work on my game, or work on my website. I don't really have a whole lot of free time. If I had to say a favorite clothing store that would have to be Hot Topic, probably because it's the place that I've bought the most amount of clothing from, like, consecutively. Mostly because I love geeky and nerdy stuff. I have like 8 Kingdom Hearts shirts that I bought from Hot Topic, and yeah, that's basically it. I like to wear things that proclaim my nerddom to the world, and Hot Topic is generally the place I go for that. Otherwise, Amazon. This is a tough question. This is the 3rd time I've tried to record it. Out of everyone I know in my life, I would probably consider the people I know in school and the people that still talk to me from high school, including the couple that are moderators for my YouTube channel. Those people are probably my friends. The people that I see very often and, you know, I talk to via text and are very understanding when I don't message them for 3 months and then message them like nothing happened. Those are my, like, best friends in the entire world. And then there's Brent, who is absolutely my best friend. He is the most understanding person in the entire world and is constantly trying to help me with my dreams, and it's fantastic. And then, of course, there's you guys, and you guys are absolutely people that I trust more than anything. Things that I will, like, not want to post on Twitter, I will post on, I mean, I said that backwards. Things I don't want to post on Facebook, I will post on Twitter, because I trust you guys more than I trust a lot of people on Facebook, because Facebook is getting kind of janky. I'm just saying. If I had to describe my family in one word, it would be eclectic. Or a collection. I'm not actually sure what eclectic means. Eclectic. Diverse range of sources. That's the word I wanted. Eclectic was the right word. My dream car is a very large truck that's very easy to drive, the kind that would get into a car accident and come out laughing. That's my dream car. Or a Volkswagen Beetle. Don't ask. Okay, it was the only car that I drove for like 7 years, so I like Volkswagen Beetles, okay? Just saying. 2 shows I can't go without. This is subject to change. This is my current 2 shows I can't go without. Inuyasha, because right now I got back into Inuyasha. I said this on Twitter, but Inuyasha was the first anime I ever watched. So even if it wouldn't necessarily be to my tastes right now, I love Inuyasha because it was like the first anime ever. Apart from Yu Yu Hakusho, it was the first anime I ever watched that I knew was an anime. Everything else I was like, yeah, cartoons. Then I knew Inuyasha was an anime. The second one, Cardcaptor Sakura, definitely. I love Cardcaptor Sakura. Cardcaptor Sakura was also like my childhood show that, I have like the hiccups and I'm burping at the same time. It's awful. Cardcaptor Sakura was like my favorite show as a kid. I rarely ever saw it though. It was very odd. Oh, but as a tie with that is like Dot Hack Sign. Dot Hack Sign was another show, one of the first shows I ever really got into as well. Okay, there's the 3 shows that I can't live without. 3 things I need in my life. YouTube, absolutely. It's the only thing that keeps me sane. Video games, and Brent. Is he a thing? Can I say Brent? Those are the 3 things I need in my life. Yeah. I know the second one is kind of all-inclusive. All video games ever. Wow, if I had $1 million all for myself, I'd pay off all my student debt, I'd pay off all of Brent's student debt, and then I'd pay off my mom's house. I'd pay off my mom's house. Yeah, that's what I do. And then I would, I would eventually donate to charity, obviously. I would also probably get some professional recording equipment so that this doesn't look the way that it does. Other than that, I have no idea. It'd probably go into savings. I'd like donate a large amount of it after I paid off like my mom's house and her car and my car and all of our debt. Debt be gone if I had $1 million. Wow. Okay, things I can't sleep without. Oh, a fan. I need a fan. I cannot sleep without a fan. I hate heat. I cannot sleep if I'm even like if I'm warm. Like, okay, there's a difference between warm under the blankets because the outside is cold and warm sprawled out. Like, I don't need blankets. I can barely move. Like that's hot. I mean, like, if the air is not moving, I feel like I can't breathe at night. So I do actually need like airflow and a fan, and it needs to be cold. Brent has had to adapt. Okay, celebrity crush question. So I'm gonna pick two. One that is like a legit celebrity crush, and I mean by legit I mean someone who has like a PR team and like, you know, is in like huge movies and stuff that are like billion-dollar projects. I would have to say either like Robert Downey Jr. or Johnny Depp, even though they're kind of on the older side. They look like such exciting, fun people. It's the fun like personality traits that I'm super attracted to, like quirkiness. I love quirkiness. And then if I had to pick like a YouTube celebrity, again, these are celebrity crushes. Celebrity crushes should not be taken seriously. If I ever make friends with these people in the future and they're like making fun of me, I will cry. Celebrity crushes, as a definition, is a crush that you have on someone that you don't know and are able to just sort of like, oh, they're cute and I think they're super fun and whatever. I would have a celebrity crush on Markiplier just because he's so energetic and quirky in his videos, but that's like a YouTube character facade. So obviously I don't know the guy. I don't know why I felt the need to describe that. Probably because I'm afraid the internet will take that and blow it out of proportion like they do with everything. So yes, celebrity crushes. There you go. I don't know the people, obviously. They could be major jerks. I would never know. My favorite treat is chocolate-covered strawberries. I love chocolate-covered strawberries. They're my favorite thing in the world. They're so good, especially when they're like, oh, they're just like fresh strawberries. You dip it in chocolate and you just kind of look at it for a couple minutes while it hardens. And then it's so good. I love chocolate covered fruit. I've had chocolate covered cherries and those are pretty bomb. Like they're so good. Dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. So like dark chocolate covered fruit is heaven. It is so good. So good. So good. Yeah, there you go. My favorite wild animal has to be a fox or a wolf. It's a toss. Or a dragon, but you know, we don't talk about that. My favorite wild animal, yeah, it's between a fox and a wolf. I'm one of those people. I love foxes and I love wolves. I just like canines. Wild, big, beautiful canines, and I love the sneakiness of the fox and the beauty and glory of a wolf. Oh, it's just good. I love them. Favorite season is a toss between spring and fall. I like the tweens, the between seasons. Fall is like still kind of hot, but getting into the cold. Winter's too cold. Spring is like nice and breezy and rainy and beautiful, and things are blooming and there's clouds, but it's not like overkill and it's starting to get hot. Summer is too hot, way too hot. Summer is my least favorite season in the entire planet. I hate summer. Blech. My favorite childhood memory has to be when I was a kid in 3rd grade. There was this kid named Zachary, and he moved away later that year. But I don't know what it was, but he and I had this intense rivalry. One day he was just like, that kid bothers me, and I was like, oh, he's talking about me. What'd I do? What's wrong? What happened? I'm like 5. This is in like 3rd grade, so I'm not 5. I'm like 7. Or something. I don't remember. Ages defy me. Yeah. So this kid used to like chase me every single day. But one time he refused to chase us, me and my friends, because I wouldn't call him Zucchini Breath, because I was like this really sweet kid and my friends would be like, oh, look, it's Zachary, it's Zucchini Breath. And I was like, that's mean. I don't want to say that. So he refused to chase after me until I called him Zucchini Breath. And it was hilarious because my friends were like, Monica, do it. Come on. We want to run around and we want to have fun. We want to play. And I was like, I don't want to call him Zucchini Breath. That's mean. I don't want to hurt people. And they were like, he wants you to call it Zucchini Breath. I don't understand. It's not going to hurt him if he wants it. And I was like, what if he doesn't really want it? What if his friends just goaded him into it? And they're all like chilling and pretending we don't exist and like playing baseball. And finally it got like really quiet. And I was just like, yeah, zucchini breath, and like instantaneously they dropped their bats, they dropped everything, and they just turned around and took off after us. We like squealed and just bolted in every direction imaginable. I have so many great stories about Zachary in 3rd grade. It was hilarious. Okay, I know this is getting a little long for an answer, but I'll do one more. There was another time where my best friend Ashley was gone, and she was like my partner in crime, and we used to like run away from Zachary and stuff like that. And so one day she was absent, and I was just kind of wandering around on what we called the new playground, because it was like brand new and crafted out of this weird spiky plaster that the teachers were like, don't run on this, but we did anyway. And I was just kind of wandering around like, I don't know what to do. My best friend isn't here. And I was like, I guess I'll go drink water. All dramatic and stuff for a 3rd grader. I went over and I started drinking some water, and all of a sudden I hear Zachary's voice, and he's just like, I wonder where Monica is today. And I'm like, oh crap. And like I turn around and I know they're coming around the corner, and I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like the only way to run would have been to run out in front of them. I was the fastest kid in school except for one other person. It wasn't Zachary. He was the slowest kid. It was his partner, Greta. And she later on in middle school became my best friend, but in elementary school we were sworn enemies. She hated me, and she could catch me. The boys could not catch me. We had an unspoken rule too when I was having when I would run, if I kneeled over because my asthma started to kick in, everyone would just kind of freeze and we'd wait, and then I'd get up, give them the thumbs up, and then we'd start again. It was really cool. 3rd grade rules. But I'm like freaking out in front of this drinking fountain, like, what do I do? What do I do? Oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then they're like, hey, I'm thirsty. Let's go get some water. And I'm like, no, oh my God. And so I did the only thing I could think of. I ducked under the drinking fountain, which by the way was like this wide. It was not wide. I like ducked under it and was like sticking my legs up in the air, like trying to squash in under the drinking fountain. And then like they come in front of it, and I'm just like, oh my God, is this working? And they're drinking water and talking, and then he like pulls back, and then I just hear silence, and I'm just like, oh shit, oh crap, no, they saw me, I know it. And I see fingers like this, like coming under the drinking fountain, and he just like suddenly his head's there, and I'm like, ah! And he's just like, you have 3 seconds. Oh no, he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just checking out the pipes, look, they're good. And I'm like tapping them, and I'm like, good pipe water. And he's just like, you have 3 seconds. 1, and I was like, ah! And I took off running. Oh man, I haven't told those stories in ages. Those were my favorite childhood stories, was running from Zachary in 3rd grade. It was so good. There you go. Alright guys, there was the 20 questions tag. Hopefully I didn't miss any of them, because I recorded all of that. Very odd. New recording technique. Go ahead and put your answers in the comment section below. I want to hear you guys' answers to the 20 questions. Make sure I will post the 20 questions in the description below, and then you guys can answer them. It'll be super fun. We'll have bonding and be friends and a family. It'll be so awesome. Alright guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and a comment in the all that. And I will see you next time, my little spud muffins. Bye!